Says we're live. So let's do this. If you're watching on YouTube, scrub forward until something starts happening. We're just waiting for people to come in now. Usually happens pretty quick if YouTube's on its toes. That's a big if, right? Hey, Uncle Dan. Boo back at you. Hey, Judy. Just getting my other computer set up. All right. I think we're ready to go. I think. I hope. We'll see. Hey, Nettie. I have to say, my YouTube notifications have been working better lately, and I haven't changed anything, so I don't know. Maybe YouTube has figured it out. I'm not betting money, but we're just going to go with that. But I have to say, I think I got a notification for somebody I unsubscribed to, too. All right, checking the lights here. Hey, Dee Dee. All right, let me clean up some of the mess around here. Just checking the lighting, and this doesn't need to be out here yet. All right, what do we got? That's better, right? Right. Hi, Terry. Hi, Rachel. Rachel, you were killing me this morning when we were talking about the brains, and you said it looked like a colon. I thought, oh my God, brains do look like colons. It's a good one, Terry. Go back and watch it. She does lots of different stuff in it. Setting up a little vignette and working in a journal page, and right now I'm hating her for showing that leather journal because there's certain things that I have a weakness for. One of them is fountain pens. The other one is leather journal covers. God. And I need another one, like I need a freaking hole in the head. So I went out and got, hi Kathy Arbor. I went out and got my favorite leather journal cover I have is this one. It's a Chic Sparrow. And I think it's an A6 extra large. And it actually is the home of the Beast. I take the Beast out a lot to work in it, but this actually is the Beast's permanent residence. And there's a lot of junk in here with it. Lettering guides and templates and little journal stuff here in the back. So I love this one, Chic Sparrow. So this one is dedicated. The rest of them are not necessarily dedicated. I just use them and then change them out, and you know, it's like playing dress up. You use it for a while and then you get out your new one. I have never ever been like a handbag shoe person. But yeah. And then my other favorite one, and I have lots of favorites. I mean, on any given day, if you ask me, I would say, oh no, that's my favorite. So I'm really fickle when it comes to leather journal covers. That one I said was A6 extra big. Chic Sparrows, I don't know if her prices have come down, but when I looked on Amazon this morning, man, has the price of leather journal covers come down. And Dee Dee, they're not Traveler's Notebook, the brand name, because the Travelers, the name brand Travelers, which kind of kick-started this whole leather journal cover thing. This is the standard Traveler's Notebook. And it has these kind of elastic closures. one of these. So, I'm going to be honest with you. This on the outside is not a great idea. But the good thing about traveler's notebooks is you can take the little journals out and work in them and then put them back. But that thing on the spine, if you're going to work in this, makes it really awkward. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Peggy. Popping into Lurk. Lurk away. Hi, Sharon. So that if you see one like this, that would indicate that it's Travelers. And somewhere on it, it's stamped with Midori. So, and now everybody just calls this kind of cover a Traveler's Notebook. Midori, I think, has changed their name to the Travelers Company now. I'm not sure, but I think, yeah. And they do smell delicious. I mean, that's just it. And then this one was gifted me by Miss Vicky B. Because I said something one time, I think it was at Dee Dee's, because she sent Dee Dee one as well, that I'd always wanted a naked cow. And then sometimes there's just an angel in the audience. And that day, Miss Vicky was in the audience, and she sent me this one. These I don't think are available anymore. So each one has different stuff in it. I do lettering and doodling and swatching, and here's a book of bad ideas. I have a lot of those. So anyway, yeah, Dee Dee, you and your damn enabling. And then this one has its own fountain pen affixed to it. So it's probably about time to clean this one. So if you didn't watch Dee Dee, you will get enabled. But I like this because that fits just right in there so nicely. And it just feels good, you guys. I don't get mine as chunky as Dee Dee does, because I'm too easily confused. So I have to keep them kind of manageable. You know what I mean? So there's that. What else was I going to show? Okay, this week, Dee Dee showed this on her show. Actually, Kathy Arbor was the original enabler of this Nick Bantock. If you've never looked at Nick Bantock stuff, which I'm sure the majority of you have, if you don't buy any books, go get his Griffin and Sabine trilogy. Best thing ever. And that's where I got introduced to Nick Bantock the first time, I believe. If it wasn't the first time I was introduced to him, it was certainly my favorite. So these are very cool. Dee Dee didn't show much of it, but I'm going to. And you can't surprise Dee Dee, so don't ever try, because I was so excited because I didn't think she was at Kathy Arbor's the other day. So I thought, oh, I'm going to order that right this minute. And I literally got on the computer that very minute, ordered her one, ordered me one. And I thought, oh, this is going to be such a great surprise. And I wasn't even going to tell her. And really, it's hard for me to keep a surprise. Hi, Dawn. I'm bad at surprises. Like, if I get you something, I always, I'll be like, I got you something today. You want to know what it is? Like, I can't keep a surprise. I can't do it. So, Dee Dee and I were talking on the phone, and she mentioned it, and I was just like, oh, crap. Dee Dee, don't order it, because I already sent it to you. And she said, oh, I got one, too. It's like, I hate you. I really hate you. Like, you cannot surprise the girl. I'm not kidding you. She's like air. She's just like everywhere. She knows everything. Ugh. So anyway, in this, you get the book, Understanding and Developing Your Archetypes. And just like everything Nick Bantock and his creators, and I'm sure he has a staff of people that help him, it's just so well done. I mean, and it was relatively inexpensive. I mean, you're not paying a lot for this, but I know what goes into the production of this stuff, and it's not cheap. Of course, he sells gazillions of them, so they can spread that cost out. But everything he does is just so well done. I think that's the thing that strikes me over and over and over again. His products are meticulous, and I'm all about that meticulous, right? So I haven't read it yet. It came late yesterday afternoon in a Prime truck on Monkey Island. I couldn't believe it. Like, we're getting Sunday deliveries on Monkey Island. That is unheard of. Unheard of. So you get the little book, and I'll have to go back and read it. It gives you the attribute, the persona. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to find out about something about myself, but it's really quite frightening at this point. And then, in addition to that, it comes in this cool little box, which is all printed and laid out perfectly with a ribbon. There's all these cards. Now I'm going to flip through them because neither Kathy or Dee Dee did. Sounds like he sells a gazillion and one. He does, of course, because I'll buy multiples. So, the back of the cards all have this design, and then I'll flip through them. And there's some naked on here. If you don't like naked, just go get a cup of coffee or something right now. And the glare is unbelievable, right? Let me see if I can... I might have to turn those lights off to show this. I think I'm going to have to. I'll turn them back on in a minute. Let's see if that helps. Where's the other on-offer over here? Yeah, that glare is unbelievable. Let's see if that helps. Oh, that's a little better. I think I have to hold them at an angle, though. This one might have to go too. Oh, naked. But the artwork is just so well done. They're beautiful. So I'll flip kind of quick here. Now, ask me what I'm going to do with these. I absolutely have no idea. But because it had the name Nick Bantock on it, you had to buy it. Rachel, are we friends at all? You're not saying nothing to me. CB, come in. Hi, CB. Hi, Kitty Jen. Anybody I missed coming in? There you go, Nettie. Get the hands over those monkey faces. So, yeah, I have no idea. It'll probably... I love this one. It'll probably sit in its box for a while. Some of them I may try and draw. I mean, just because they're unique and different than stuff you're normally going to see. I don't know how many cards there are in here. Kitty cat face. So yeah, this was a great find, and I was so excited that I was going to surprise Dee Dee. Well, that did not happen. And then a couple of blank ones in the back. So, very cool, and so well done. That's the thing. Where's the little band? Well, I lost it, but probably don't need it anyway. So there you go. There's a little bit of enabling from, actually, Kathy Arbor. I'm blaming her. And then the other things I got in the mail was I ordered and received the Botany book, Botany for the Artists, that Dee Dee showed. Cameron had gotten it. This is really a nice book. DK Books, Sarah Simblett. Got it on Amazon. Don't remember what I paid for it. But the drawings in here are stunning. Just stunning. So I'll just flip through real quick. So there's tons and tons of inspiration in here, whether it's graphite drawing, watercolor, just drawing. Because it does give you little tutorials here and there how to start with something that might be difficult to draw. He will give you starting hints, so that's really good. Do we got bots here? There was a lot at Dee Dee's this morning. We were booting them right and left. I don't know if it's Christmas season or what it is, if kids are home. I don't know. People need to go get a life. I do know that. So if you like botany, I would recommend this book. I like the monochrome. Yeah, I like this a lot. Just a beautiful book. I'm not sad at all that I got this. Now I need to take time to sit down and bookmark it. Things that I want to either draw or do or try. See, this is what I'm talking about. The drawing tips. How to draw those roots, those gnarled roots. Probably a lot easier than you think. But when you look at it, you feel like, oh my gosh, that's going to be hard. So, thanks, Cam, for the inspiration here. I needed to spend that money. So there you go. Look at that. Is that just not gorgeous? Look at that. Ugh. And then, like all art books, in the beginning there's a section on materials. So if you like botany, exactly, Rachel, that's just it. You know, I like anything that's well done. And I like, you know, part of my deal about buying stuff like this is I know when I order it, I don't need it. I have tons of books like this. But I also feel like you gotta support artists, you know, because it's hard to make a living as an artist. Nick Bantock obviously is doing real well, but you gotta, the roots are just fancy Zentangling. Probably right, Rachel. But yeah, you gotta support them, whatever way. I did get a card from Teresa and a letter. So Teresa, as always, thank you. Thank you very much. I like getting your cards and your letters, knowing how you and Blue Kitty are doing. And then what other things I've been doing. I did finish the Nutcracker and I posted it on, I'm going to pull the camera down. I posted on Instagram the other day, and I took Kathy Arbor's advice and did the bokeh background. And I had to go out and watch a few videos. I'd seen it done before, but I just didn't put it in my brain, right? So I had to go out and watch a few videos of how different people had done it. And I tried it several different ways. Some people do watercolor and then go back and pick up the paint. But the ones I liked best were the ones that actually did it on top. And Kathy Arbor had done one with pan pastels, and so I went and did that, and it just was like, holy crap, that's what I'm going to do, because I could get the different densities and sizes so that it gave it a lot of depth and made it look like this little guy is hanging in the middle of a Christmas tree or something. I really like that. So if I get my painting done today, I'm going to do that background for you with the pan pastels. And I think if you don't have the pan pastels, any kind of chalk or I think you could even use pastels, oil pastels or something like that. I think you could use, what is it, powdered eyeliner, anything like that. I did one with some makeup that comes in a little container, and it was glittery, and I thought, well, I might like glitter on it, but I'm not in love with glitter, so yeah. But after I got this background done, I like the Nutcracker, But after I got the background done, I love this background. So, yeah, so I'm going to show you guys that on a snowman. But before I do that, you guys are going to have to earn your keep. You really are. Because, you know, like you come here and just freeload constantly. And it gets, like, so hard. But I've told you guys that I'm going to, thanks Rachel, I'm going to make you guys help me come up with some of the scavenger hunt list. I think last year it was either 75 or 100 prompts. I don't remember, and I haven't pulled them out to look yet, but I will pull them out before New Year's Eve. And again, I'll announce the New Year's Eve streamathon. Mary Altier is arranging it. It's a stream hop where Dee Dee starts it, I think December 31st, first thing in the morning. And then we just hop from stream to stream to stream to stream all day long for about 24 hours. We try and bring in the new year in each of the time zones. So I'm going to be on from 10:30. Yeah, these are central times, okay? 10:30 central to 12:30 central. So I'll bring in the East Coast USA and the central time zones, and then it hands off to somebody else. If you're interested in streaming, contact Mary and see. She did say she had some time slots available, and she was looking for international streamers. So, yeah, if you want to participate in that, contact Mary. And I don't know if she has opening time slots, if she's going to hop on or what. I don't know what her solution for that is. But I thought I would contact her, and if we needed somebody New Year's Day or something, that I would fill in another time slot for her. But it can't be early in the morning because I'll be in bed. It's your birthday stream. Are you a New Year's baby? I have 2 people in my family that are New Year's babies. My sister-in-law and my cousin are both New Year's babies. So we'll be doing happy birthday for Nettie. All right, you guys. So let me tell you what I've got on the list. Be thinking about things that you have around your house, you collect, you want to use in a book or something, and we'll put it on the list. Because if it's left up to me, it'll be just a conglomeration of things that we've done in the past, which I've already got these down, and I think they're all things that we've probably done before. But they're real obvious, and I think I can turn the lights back on now. Let's see. Woohoo! Let there be light. Yeah, baby. Is that okay? That's better. I can come down. Anyway, what I've got so far is canceled postage, veggie stickers, because Janice Johnson wants that. She's been saving them all year. I'll need to start saving them. A homemade Monopoly card. I'm actually going to do a whole Monopoly board, I think, because one of the things we did last year was miniature playing cards, and to me that was one of the very funnest is a word, pages that I did. A swatch page, used washi tape, page out of a phone book, candy packaging, purple page, Dear Diary entry, page of cats, unused product, circles, ransom note, pattern paper. And then I'm going to write down, different things that I'm going to do. So you guys give me ideas of things you might have around your house. I'm trying to keep it stuff that you're going to have readily available to you. In the years, a tea bag tag. Okay, let me write these. I've tried to keep in years past, I had you go to the library, I had you get community flyers, different things. But now, since we're all kind of staying close to home, I'm trying to, keep it close to home, not make people go out unnecessarily. Hi, Kathleen. I'll have to buy some candy. You will, Flo. Hi, by the way. Greeting cards, that's a good one. Foil. Have to do something crazy with foil. All right, come on, you guys. You got good ideas of stuff you got around. One of the things I usually make you use is junk mail. And I encourage you to use this stuff in really unique, different ways. Craft item thrown in it. Random craft item. And just because we're saying this doesn't necessarily mean it'll end up on the final list, okay? I like to include cartoon characters, so I'll put that one on. And that means you can cut something out of the newspaper, out of, you know, wherever you get stuff, right? So, something that sparkles. See, now that will be hard for me because I'm not sparkly, but we're going to do sparkles. Hi, Carla. All right, come on, put on your thinking caps. Hi, Teresa. Feathers. Feathers is a good one. I like feathers. Okay, like that one. See, you guys, multiple brains are better than one. Just saying. Especially when the one is defective to begin with. A rainbow page, that's fun. Perfume, ugh. All right. We're going to write it down. I'm one of those people that scents really bug me. So I can use the packaging though. I don't have to use the actual scent. Wrapping paper is good. Like Dee Dee did this morning. Or has been doing lately in her journal. How about a pattern of some type? Repetitive pattern. I actually did create your own plaid. Dried leaves or flowers, that's good. Go get them now because they may be harder to find later, or you'll have to soup label. Well, one of the rules, Rachel, is you don't have to actually have any of this. You can draw it. I mean, really, the whole idea is for you to get as creative. If you go get a soup label, that's fine. Or if you create your own, that's fine. Mini beads, texture paste. Paper clip is always a good one. A fancy vase. Yeah, slap your whole vase in there, Dorothy? Or you mean just... You have to include that. I'll put it in there. You have a lot of mini beads. See, I don't. Hey, Scrappy Girl. Bread tags. That's always been a good one. Because people use it in such unique ways. And those are the things I think that stick out in my head is that we... you give one prompt to a group of people, and it's remarkable the different things that people will do with the same item. Use fabric, that's actually a good one. Create an ad, I like that. See, if it was up to me, I'd make you make a whole zine. Use twine, that's another good one. twine. I'm going to put twine or ribbon. Or string. But that's another prompt that 100 people will do it 100 ways. The dryer lint or sheet, Sharon, that was a really funny one last year. I'll have to find that zine because one of the ladies didn't have a dryer. So she had to ask a neighbor, and she did an entire zine about this dryer lint. Makeup. Candy. I got candy wrappers already, Nettie. Zippers. Zippers, man, you're going to have to tear your clothes apart. You could draw it, though. A zipper might be a really fun thing to draw, actually. Did I have napkins? Napkins had been in my head. All right, I don't have it yet. We'll do a napkin because the napkin page is always good. Hey, Joan. So you guys are coming up with some really good stuff. I'm going to have to find that dryer lint zine because that was just too funny. Did I use a book page? I did the page out of a phone book. Let's put book page in there. A gnome. Something shiny. And if at the end I don't actually use your prompt, don't get your panties all in a wad. I do try and think these things out and think how easy or how hard is that going to be for people to get a hold of and use whatever. A demand notice envelope. Fans of any kind. That's easy to make. Demand notice. That could be really funny. Oh, a door. Bottle cap. We did bottle cap the first year. That was actually very hard for people. Now, you can walk in the store and buy one, but I think I actually have saved a couple around here for that very reason. Because it was just like, where am I going to get a bottle cap? We don't drink beer or pop or anything where you get one of those. Which doesn't mean I couldn't create my own or draw it. And that's another thing you got to remember is if you don't have the actual item, you can create it whatever way you want. Right? And all this will be repeated New Year's Eve, so... But I will show past journals as well. Some of my favorite pages that I've done. I'm just looking around here. I'm going to say use a rubber stamp. I think most of us have rubber stamps, don't we? A matchbook. That was a fun one last year. I think I did a matchbook of dominoes. Some type of transfer. I'm not sure how many people actually know, but there's plenty of videos out there. Come from Dunkin' or Starbucks. Jen, I'll put that down. I'm going to put this sleeve from a coffee. Which you can create your own, but I'm really trying. There are bottle caps on more than beverages, just saying, Janet. Well, Rachel, I don't get out much. Paint drops. Oops. Fingerprints is a good one. Propane. Yeah, get propane. Yeah. You don't want butane. Use a stencil. Did I put finger? Yeah, I did. Okay, Scrappy Girl, this starts New Year's Eve. I stream from 10:30 Central to 12:30 Central, New Year's Eve, and we launch the Scavenger Hunt. And then you have until April 1st to get it done. You've got 3 whole months. I've got rubber stamps and I've got canceled postage, Kathleen, but that's really a good idea. What did Peggy say? Did I get Peggy's? Buttons. Actually, if you guys haven't seen Lena's recent photo where she used buttons, go look for it. Miss Linux 2010. The girl will blow your mind. The New Year's Eve Streamathon is really fun. And you might be introduced to new streamers too. Draw your art supplies. Tissue paper is always a good one. And I've in the past thought I'd like to somehow give extra points, and it's not based on a point system. The only thing is, to be eligible for the giveaway on April 1st, you have had to do each prompt. Paste or let's put sprays. I have texture paste on there, but let's use sprays because you can even make your own sprays. Ink blotches. I'll include that one with paint. Paint drops / ink blotches. You're going to start a new journal. Usually on Christmas Eve, I actually make the journal that I'm going to work in. So, as we talk about what we're doing. So, yeah. Oh, Nettie, that just makes me feel good. A page of hearts. That's a good one. I also try and include some writing prompts. So I think I'm going to put letter to your future or past self. A piece of jelly paper that you cut out a silhouette out of jelly paper. How the hell do you spell silhouette? E-T-T, silhouette out of a jelly print. I don't know if everybody does jelly prints, so we'll probably just do silhouette, and you could do it out of your pattern paper or whatever else. Quote is always a good one. And I may make it a little harder by saying you have to illustrate the quote. You didn't know how to spell it? Origami. Origami has been really good in the past. I've had to go out and look. Fibers. I may include fibers in the fabric / fibers. Old photo of self. Oh, Kitty Jen, on Christmas or New Year's Eve, hi, by the way. I think I said hi, but anyway, New Year's Eve, I will have this all typed up, and there'll be a Google Doc. Hi, Barb Owen. Hi, Ann. There'll be a Google Doc, and I'll provide the link, and you can just go to that Google Doc and download it and print it. Yeah. Something interactive. That's going to take some thought. But part of it is making you think outside the box. Another one I'm going to put in here because it would be hard for me is a coloring page. Calligraphy is a good one. Might make you have to go look and do something different than you're used to. I did paper doll, Sharon. Got it. What the heck is that? If you hear stuff in the background, I don't know what it is. An old pattern envelope. Got funny text message. What in the world is going on outside? Let me look. Oh, two trash trucks passed each other out on my road, and now they're sitting out there having coffee, I guess. Stickers is another good one. We've all got tons of stickers and labels. I have more than most because you goofballs enable me. Joke. We'll do joke/snark. How about that? We're getting a lot. This is good. This is really good. I'm excited. What else fun have we had to make in the past? Something about pets or pet portraits. That was a fun page in the past. I got a cartoon character, Scrappy. An old maid playing card. A lot of people are going to be drawing that. Hey, Shelly. Yep, we're doing snark. Text message with autocorrect gone wrong. Okay, I'll include that in this one. There's some really funny text messages, things that people have texted their mother or whatever. If you can't get entertained on the internet, there's something wrong with you. Acrylic skin, that's a good one. Okay, we've already got, I put buttons down. Yeah, because I mentioned Lena when we were talking about that. But really, go look up, if you don't follow Lena on IG, I think I saw it on IG. But I haven't, if she did a stream on it, I haven't gone back. I think I'm a couple behind on her. Kitty Jen, you get to decide what sort of journal you use. You can use a comp book. You can use a pre-made journal, whatever. Now, one thing I have to say, I wish I had one of mine out here. By the time you get all this junk slapped in a book, it gets really chunky. So that's one thing. A comp book would actually be really good. Pet shaming sign, Sharon, those kill me. Oh my God. Yeah, you get to do. I got tissue paper on here, so you can cut it up. You can do whatever you want with it. Did you use Post-its? Post-its. You can use anything you want. That's the thing. I try and keep the prompts real generic. So how you use tissue paper or napkin, whatever. If you combine prompts, I think you should get extra points. I just don't have any way of giving points out. But honestly, I wish I could, because a lot of people try and get a bunch of prompts on one page, which makes the challenge a little bit harder. I like something from your childhood too. show you a book from last year for the newbies. Okay, give me just a second. I'll go pull it out. I think I know exactly where it is. Okay. I don't know which years are which years, but I just grabbed 3 of them. I don't really remember. Start a pay it forward. That would be fun, Kathy. I like that idea. Holiday craft or art holiday leftovers. That would be good because we'll all have a bunch of that. I did an old photo of yourself. Coffee filter. And I have no idea which of these will remain or which will go away. Let's see. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter what year it is, right? But I would like the list. I thought all of them had a list. All right, well, anyway, I'll just show this real quick. I'll have to pull the camera out. So this actual journal and cover I probably did on stream Christmas Eve. Okay, this is from 2018. And look what's inside when you open it up. A ruler. Who doesn't love that? Rulers going on the list. It starts New Year's Day, Shelley, and runs until April 1st. And if you finish it, you have to notify me. Yeah, and I put you on the list. And then generally, just to verify, I will pick one prompt and say, send me a photo of this prompt. And that's how I verify that you actually have done it. So, I hadn't started using Google Docs then, but this was the list. And the instructions were, thank for playing in the Scavenger Hunt Challenge. There's only one rule, have fun. To qualify for the prize, just collect each item listed. I would encourage you to use your imagination, be creative. Items can be altered or even created from scratch. Deadline for completion will be March 1st. I pushed it back to April 1st so that people had a little bit more time. The winner will be determined in a random drawing of participants who complete each item on the list, post photos on Twitter and Instagram, and then use the hashtag. And we'll do all that. Yeah, Christmas Eve. I'll talk about that. So next to each of the prompts, I wrote what page it appeared on. So this is what it ends up looking like. It is a chunky monkey when you're done. This one is about Traveler's Book size, would be my guess. I don't know. So this is what they end up looking. Oh, this was funny because on the list, I probably altered something, whatever, I don't know. And I left out the numbers 48 and 49. It just jumped from 47 to 50. So my ransom note was, if you want to see 48 and 49 again, send art supplies to Monkey Island. Because that's where I live. We obviously needed a dried flower and a coffee holder, makeup. Here's your cartoon character. Tea, product samples. I don't know what the prompt was for that. This was, you had to do a something from your dry cleaner. Well, I don't dry clean anymore because I live in sweats, and the dry cleaner would laugh at me if I brought them in. And then we had to collect craft supply receipts. That was just, that was humiliating. Something from candy, stamps. But I drew this whole form and everything. I just drew it from scratch. This page was completely from scratch. And then the book was made up of just papers that I had around. Candy. I always have plenty of candy wrappers. And I'm not even that huge a candy person. But obviously somebody is. What was this prompt? This was cool because this was spray inks, Zentangle. I made you guys do Zentangle. Lyrics from a song that you like, and my song was I Hope You Dance. This was my friend Mary. Oh my God, do I miss Mary? I miss Mary so much every day. That's me and Mary. That's Mary. That's me. She was my favorite lady. We had coffee every day of my life. There's a return envelope with Zentangle on it. Here's the veggie stickers. A menu that you had to pick up at a grocery store, but I'm trying not to do that. In honor of Denise, Dee Dee's daughter, I used a toilet paper roll and a tag. Oh, create a tag is a good one. All right, we're going to do a toilet paper roll and a tag because those are actually good ones. See, I could have gotten out my past ones. A historic article, that was a really good one. I like that. And you can go on the internet and find some of these. You want to do a doodle? Doodle is good. We had to do I did this on stream one night, and it was funny as hell because I couldn't remember how to fold a paper airplane, so I had to get Robert to help me. And yeah, this was a funny stream, but I created the tag from scratch. That was so much fun. Crayola, this page was a ton of fun too. Crayons smell better than your butt because I am a juvenile delinquent, and now I would find that hysterically funny. God, that was fun to create that. Calligraphy. This was product packaging too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this was product packaging from Jet Pens. Business cards from local businesses. That was create your own plaid. Some of these, this was washi tape. I don't know what this was. I really don't. Some of these. So you can do it as elaborate or as simple as you want, honestly. We did have a memorial page one year. Yeah, well, the historic article will be much the same thing. So I'll put historic article or memory page. Hi, Sylvia. What's Kathleen? I just picked out a top from a box from my cover. There you go. Create a menu. Well, mine would be pizza, 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 pizza. This was a napkin page, I think. So you guys get the idea. This was a matchbook. And I was going to do doodles in the matchbook, which never really got done. This was a ribbon, and we had to use a pop top. So, and that was a card. That was my friend Mary. I still miss her too. She moved away. And then a card from Dee Dee. Coffee, the most important meal of the day. If called by a panther, don't answer. There was a coloring page that I actually did. I can't believe I did that. This was an ink page. So, yeah, you guys, yeah, you see. This was my genealogy page, which I love doing that. I really enjoyed doing that, but that's something I enjoy. This was a quote that I turned into a bookmark. Something from a local company, using yarn. So now you guys get the idea. And in the past, I've always done like a fortune cookie, which you can make up because I made these up. Life will be happy until the end when you pee yourself a lot. About time I got out of that cookie. Help, I'm being held hostage in a Chinese bakery. You will be hungry again in 1 hour. The greatest danger could be your stupidity. The fortune you seek is in another cookie. That was a fun page, see? Marbles. Actually, the marbles with paint could be a lot of fun too. And then some page I had them ready to put stuff on, but either ran out of prompts or just didn't do it anymore. A map page is always fun, where you can use a map or you can create one. This was fib art. That's another really fun one. But the thing is, I'm going to put it on there because using fib art, which if you don't know what a fib is, hi Justina, a fib is friends in the box. That means anybody who's in chat, who comes to streams, who we all get to know each other and become friends. That's what fib is. So, and the puzzle was really fun too. Ugh, I like that. But I'm really trying to make it so that you guys don't have to go buy stuff. That's what fib art is, Anne. Use a piece of art from, you know, somebody else in the community, which means you guys have to kind of work together and agree to send stuff to one another. I like that idea, so it gets you interactive with the other people in the community. So that was 2018. This is, I'm not going to show it. I'll show another one Christmas Eve. And then this is where I started doing the list on Google Docs. So, yeah. So now these will have to sit out until Christmas, New Year's Eve. Ugh. I ain't got no room for this stuff, dudes. But it's a fun thing to have after it's all over. Oh, I gotta put that back. Envelope from somebody else's mail. All right, wrote that down. Do you make one every year? I do, Jen. I make a new one every New Year's Eve. I make the cover and, you know, start some of the pages. Because I normally use either some painty papers that I have around or whatever. So, but I'll show them New Year's Eve again. So I don't know how many things we've got here. Let's count real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 20. All right, we're already getting close to 100. So we could do a monochromatic page. Those are really fun. All right, so now you guys, if you think of other stuff, you can always message me on IG or catch me at Dee Dee's. I'm always at Dee Dee's stream, and 99% of the time I'm at Kathy Arbor's stream. So you can always find me at those two places, or just message me. A lot of you have my email address. But yeah, Christmas Eve I'll have everything ready. The list will be ready. You can download it and just start going to work. So yeah. And I don't get all drunk and stupid, despite what you've heard in the past. I really don't get drunk and stupid. Okay, so if you think of stuff, let me know. We made a good head start on that. So you've saved me a bunch of work. Thank you so much. Hi, K-Bird. Write down that I'm going to try to do one. Jen, give it a try. You know, there's no law that says you have to complete all the prompts, but if it gets you outside of your comfort zone on a few items, that's a good thing. What the heck is going on with that? I don't know what that flickering was, you guys. Maybe it doesn't like the cover on this Arteza journal. I did at Dee Dee's this morning draw. Hopefully you can see. I drew a snowman, real basic. Sometimes I'm not sure that those lights help. Let me see. I'm going to try turning them off again and see. Nope, they help. Never mind. So I'm going to watercolor the snowman and do that bokeh background. Thanks, Flo. I'm looking forward to it. It's always fun. You know, winter can be really long, and especially if you're stuck in the house and by midwinter, I'm like going, what the hell? Am I ever getting out of this house again, you know? So it's like there's always something to do because you've got 100 prompts to work on. So, yeah. If it helps, I'm all for it. So here's my sketch. I'm going to do the bokeh background if I get this whole thing done. This is an Arteza watercolor journal, and I will admit that I'm a fan. It's not the best paper in the world, but it's certainly not the worst either. Are you going to do it, Kathy? Well, see, I think that's part of it, is getting your journal together, you know, and now you guys have a little bit of a head start, so you can start collecting stuff. So yeah, no excuse. So this Arteza journal, I like it because it's the square size. It's about 8 3/4. Did I measure that right? No, just about 8.5 by 8.5. So I like the square format. That's one of the reasons I really like this journal, but I will admit too that the paper for inexpensive watercolor paper is not bad at all. So if it's just paintings where you're just playing, nothing wrong with the Arteza journals. Nothing at all. So I'll just flip through real quick. This was an experiment. I can't remember what I was doing, but I was using stencils for something. I guess it's watercolor. Anyway, this was, I used napkins as inspiration to paint the birds. I use stuff around me for inspiration all the time. All the time. That one, for whatever reason, I didn't finish. I left a blank page just because I could. Some of these I think I did on stream. This was a paint along with Kathy, which was uber fun. Kathy Arbor. And that one I did use colored pencil on the top to darken some of the colors, but I really love that. This is a drawing of another snowman. I almost did it today, but then I thought, no, because I want to do that bokeh background so you guys can see it. This was another paint along with Kathy. This was a ton of fun. These are actually things that I cut out and pasted on. So this is really truly a mixed media. Most everything on it is watercolor. The paint, you know, the cup and all that is all watercolor. The little lights, they were actually a stamp, and then I just slapped that on there. So that's truly a mixed media page. And then I colored it in with pens. So, and then this is the drawing that I started for today. So I'm gonna have to run over and get my water. I forgot to bring it over. So yeah, I hope you guys do participate in the swap or in the scavenger hunt. And I thought today I would also use, I think it was Kenny, some time ago sent me the Arteza watercolors, and they look cracked and crappy, but I like them. They're good watercolors. The thing about the Arteza that is really different from the other watercolors that I've used, and I have, these are far more opaque. And I wish I'd done a black line in the background so you could see. There's something in their filler, or binder, I don't know which, that makes them much more opaque than a normal watercolor. And I'm okay with that for this drawing. But yeah, don't be afraid of the Arteza products. I've actually been pretty happy with a lot of them. So I'm not even going to lighten the drawing on this, because this will end up being probably a mixed media page as well, where I'll go over it with either some inks or something like that. It won't be only watercolor. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. This weekend, and I've been talking about doing it forever and ever. You guys have seen Dee Dee's build on her desk, where she keeps all her alcohol markers and stuff like that. Well, I've been talking about doing it for the longest time. So finally this weekend, I got off my butt and I got it done. And I want to show you guys because it's so awesome. And I would recommend it to everybody. I hope this shows up good. Hang on. Come on. Come on. See if I put it this way, if you can see better. Check it out. Can you guys see that? Look at all my pens and markers. These down here are the Arteza Real Brush watercolors. Above it is the Zigs. I think they're Zigs. The Kuretake Zig Clean Color brush markers. And then all that right there is Flair pens. And then there's Le Pen above it. And these are all Tombow and Marvy markers. And those are Crayola. And then that's just a mixture of different kinds. But those are all calligraphy up here. And then highlighters. And I have still some openings for what I want to put in there. And the only reason they're still empty is because I haven't figured out which product I want to put in there. But I have to say, I love the build. And I used the same products that Dee Dee used on hers. She used the foam core board, which is, you guys have seen it. I had it in black. Well, because I bought it like 3 years ago. This is how long I've been putting this off. So it's the foam core poster boards. And then I just designed it all out. The spacing and how many of each that I needed. So I had everything all set up before I ever started. And then rather than build it all as one unit, there's actually two of the exact same. So these top two, the top tier, I can take off and move somewhere else. So now I just want to kick myself in the butt for not doing it sooner, because I'm so in love. I just sit and look at it because I'm so in love. And then I put my little journals on top of it. And right above this is another cabinet. So it sits on a cabinet of drawers and doors. And then above it is a cabinet as well. Well, I think one of the things, Flo, is these spaces are about only 4 inches. And then they have support. Let me check. Yeah, see, the opening is 4 1/4 inches across and 3 something up and down. So it's not like you have a wide expanse of nothing with support. And that's probably part of the whole design. Dee Dee used packing tape for hers. Dee Dee, at the end of the day, I went ahead and did the construction strips. So, yeah. Just because I knew the packing tape would bother me. I knew going in, listen to Dee Dee sooner. That should have its own hashtag, Dee Dee. We need its own hashtag. Listen to Dee Dee sooner. So, yeah, I'm really happy with it. Really, really happy with it. And I need some more paintbrushes, don't you guys think? Because I don't have near enough. And that's only the dress-up ones. That's not the other ones. So, yeah, if you've been thinking about it, don't put it off anymore. Go ahead and just do it. Jump right in, both feet, and get her done. Get her done. Okay, I'm going to do the snowman background first. Let me see. I'm going to use the Arteza. I won't use yellow because somebody will say that the cat peed in the snow or something. But I'm going to use that light apricot. So it's not going to be an exactly white snowman. And I think I'm going to go right over those plants just because I don't want to be so fussy. I'm going to do this kind of fast, I think. Yeah, and if I have to go over it with ink or something like that, I'll do that. What are construction strips? I don't know if I have any. Well, I do. Look at this. Look at this. I have the pile of leftovers is still just sitting here. All right, I'm going to take a break real quick. It's not really heavy cardstock. It's heavy cover stock is what I would say it is. And I used black so it matched the foam core, and cut it into strips 1 inch wide. And then you can score it down the center, and I just scored it with an X-Acto like I always do. I'll show you real quick. Score it down the center, and this is, I would measure it perfectly. Where's X-Acto? Okay, score it down the center. And then fold it. And then depending on how big your opening size is, okay, and this is double-sided tape that I affixed on it. Cut this at an angle. And you can use scissors or whatever. And then however big your opening is, where the two are going to meet. Okay? Say it's going to meet like this. Okay? So I'll just cut this small so you can see how to put it together. It's really simple. It's just simple math. Take the backing off the tape. There we go. Come on. And it was really easy to make these construction strips. Put it on one side. It's to create a 90-degree fold, right? Like that. Got it? Those are construction strips. Not fussy. Carla, you get in the corner with Rachel right now. So yeah, that's how you use construction strips. Now Dee Dee just used packing tape, but I know that if I ever saw that, it would drive me crazy. And so, yeah, so to me, construction strips were the best way to go. And you can build virtually anything with this. With construction strips like this, honestly, you can build anything. And you can use cardboard. I use cardboard a lot to construct things. And then just paint it any color you want. Here, I'll show this. Hang on. Rachel, close your eyes. Okay, this little box right here where all my junk sits, that's made out of cardboard with the construction strips. So it can just sit here, and when I get tired of the color, I want it different, just paint it. Paint it how you want it. All right, now if you're not dizzy enough, oops. All right. All right, where's my plate? Now we're gonna paint for real. We're just gonna get on this. Okay, I said I'm going to use the light apricot, which is just wrong color. Kind of a light tan, off-white. One thing about the Arteza pan paints, they actually came in tubes, and then I poured them into the little half pans. They don't re-wet that great, but after you get them wet, they're not bad paints. They're really not. Just know that they're going to be more opaque than most other paints that you use. And I think to work on top of the Arteza, I might use some Mission Gold. But there's something about the filler, or binder or something. And it's how they can get these real light colors. I don't need a huge amount of the white, but, or the off-white. Got a cat hair? No, there can't be cat hairs here. Roxy's been gone too long. I still occasionally find some in the corner or something under furniture. What the hell is that? Okay. And then let's see, I want the edges kind of brown. But I think I'm going to use a thinner paint. I think I'm going to use burnt umber out of the Mission Gold. Don't need a huge amount of it either. Okay. So it's going to look kind of old and vintagey, you know? All right, let's check. Hey, Artie Dar. Okay, Artie Dar, I'll stop. You can make a dollhouse. You can. Hi again, CB. All right. I'm going to do wet on wet. This paper isn't the greatest for wet on wet, but I'm going to do it anyway. The thing about it is it dries very, very quickly. So you either have to work really quick or you have to keep wetting it. It doesn't matter to me. But if you want the greatest paper in the world for wetting, just use Arches. That's what the Nutcracker was on, and that's what that Santa was on. You almost cannot beat 100% cotton fiber paper. And anybody who does watercolor will tell you that exact same thing. Not getting it hugely wet, but and because the paper is crap, I'll do a section at a time, like I'll do his face and then I'll do his little body. And it could be that the twig and the berries and stuff across his forehead, I'll be able to paint right on top of this off-white. Keep your fingers crossed. Can you guys see okay, or is it really flashing out with that glare? And even with cheap paper, the paint will stop flowing where the page is dry. So that's the advantage of working wet on wet. I'm holding the book up to stop the glare, so if I'm shaky, that's probably why. And I'll go around the very edge of the snowman when he's dry with some darker. And then to spread it, just add some water. Go ahead and do his body down here, and then I'll lighten that brown. I'm working really fast on this one. That's why I did a real simple design, because I really want to do that background for you when I was talking about bokeh background. I watched, I don't know how many different videos of it, 3 or 4 easily. And everybody I watched did it a little bit differently. Like some picked the paint up, some used watercolor on top, blah, blah, blah. But my favorite was actually the pan pastel. So I got the white pan pastel out and we'll use it. And the most important thing about this is just keeping it wet until you get the color you want to flow into it. That had dried out up there, so that's why the paint didn't want to run. This is a painting, if you wanted to paint along, you could get it going really, really easily too. That's what I did with Kathy Arbor the other day. She was painting acrylic, and I'm not an acrylic painter, but I loved her little guy so much that I went ahead and did it in watercolor. Okay. Just thinking. If I want that brown to go out a little further, or if he's okay the way he is. All I'm doing here is re-wetting the page. So I can come back in with the brown, and I need a little bit more brown. Check chat. Check chat. Yeah, it's just a snowman's face. All right, I'm going to quickly just speed things up. I think hit it with the heat gun, except I've lost my heat gun. I think it fell down. It did. Oh, one more thing before I get it totally dry. Let me wet it again. I want his eyes to look like they're sunken in a little bit, because they're coal, right? All right, heat gun. And really, this paper, it doesn't take much to dry it. I don't know how well it lifts. That's a good indication that it does not lift well. Okay, and then I want some orange for his carrot nose. There's the paints. I'm going to use this. Well, I'll do the orange yellow first, and then I'll go around it for the shading with the orange red. So I use 2 different colors of orange. And I'm going to go direct from, well, I was going to go direct from the pan, but honestly, it just works better if you don't. So there you go. Just don't. Some of you guys could probably walk out in your yard and build a snowman right now. We've had beautiful weather here. Real windy, but really I'm from Colorado, so for this time of year to be having 60, 70 degree temperatures, yeah, I'm okay with that. But the wind has been really bad, and that's pretty typical of Oklahoma in the fall. But the nice thing about that is all the leaves are, for the most part, all the leaves are down now. So Robert's not out there chasing leaves 24/7. Just added a little bit of extra just water to keep it wet, and that's something you just have to do with the less expensive papers. Now go just around the edges with the darker orange. How much you can see on camera, I don't know. Don't know if it's going to work, but to create a highlight, and I may have to go back and add it later, and that's the paper, but I'm going to go along the upper part of this and pick up some of that paint. And it's not picking up, so I'll have to go back and recreate that later, but that's okay. That's the beauty of watercolor. Oh, you can do that. All right, I am going to use the Arteza Black because when I used those pens the other day, I have to say I was pleasantly surprised at the quality of the black because I normally would not use the black. And I'm going to try and leave the, oh, this tip of this brush is a little weird, but that's okay. We'll see how this dries. If I goof up that highlight, I'll just go back and add it in later, either with a Posca or a white pen or something like that. So considering this is just for fun in my watercolor journal, I'm not going to get all freaked out about it. And I'm not a fan of masking fluids as a rule. And I could have gotten out a smaller brush. That black is pretty impressive, I have to say. And if you're in a hurry, it would be easier to do this with a black pen, honestly, but whatever. All right. And if it turns out that that dries not black enough for me, I'll just go back in with a pen. He's looking pretty cute. And the coal smile does not have to be perfect because it's coal, right? And I'll go around this and create the shadows probably with a pen later. All right, what kind of scarf do we want? Oh, I do want a real light blush, and I just got black in the pink. That is really not a good idea. So then clean off your pan. And I mean, I just really want a hint, so I'll water that down. Now, if you add water on top of your base watercolor, it's going to push the pigment out and you're going to end up with hard lines. So at this point, probably I would be better off to use like a colored pencil or something, but I'm just going to add a hint. And I don't think you're going to see it in this off-white. But doing what I'm doing here is pretty dangerous. And if it gets up against that black, the black is going to run. So, yeah. But I just want a hint, so you can only see his really one cheek, so I won't do it on the other side. All right, what kind of scarf do we want? Because he's kind of old and vintagey looking. I think I'm going to do a plaid scarf. You know what? I'm going to do it plaid, but I'm going to do the background in watercolor, and then I'll add the plaid on top of it, probably with Posca pen or colored pencil. Yeah. So we'll do like a, let's see what color we want. I like that burnt sienna. Either the Bordeaux red, I think I'm going to do burnt sienna. Kind of got a hint of red in it. We're not doing him real Christmassy. The most Christmassy thing will be the berry wreath around his head. See what I mean about it not re-wetting great? But don't worry about it. And a black bow tie. A stinking top hat. Well, I did a holly. There's a holly border around his head. Because really what I'm more interested in is the background. I had so much fun doing that bokeh background. I wanted to do that again. I wanted you guys to see it too, because the ones where they were actually lifting the watercolor off the paper, oh my God, when I tried that, it was just like, if I have to do this, I'm just going to shoot myself in the head right now. I'm done. I can't do that. But then when I did it on top with the pan pastel, it was just like, oh, this is cool. I like this. And I don't know if, like, it's supposed to be one way or the other. I really don't know. But I'm just saying, for effect and how it looked at the end, the pan pastels were far superior. Just saying. And all I'm doing now is wetting the paper so the paint will spread nicely. And because it's cheap paint, I have to go back and wet it again. And this is lighter than I would have liked. Let me get some more paint. The weird thing about this paint is it almost looks like you can see the fibers in the paper, which I don't mind, especially for this kind of painting. But yeah, that's something about the paint, because I've not noticed that with other paints. I was wanting this darker though so I could put light stripes in it, but I'm not sure how well that's going to work, so we'll just go with whatever we get, because that's the way we roll around here. I'll dry it and do another layer though too. Okay. While that dries, I'm going to get out a bigger brush. If it's granulating, yeah. But it's not even just the granulating, Rachel. I love the granulating as well. No, this looks like the fibers are actually grabbing whatever it is in that paint. I'm going to do the background in a different paint because I'm not going to fight with it. I'll use maybe a light version of Peacock Blue. Let's look at what that looks like. Do I want that or cobalt? I think we'll do cobalt. Okay. But we need a bigger paintbrush to get more done. Because we got 1 hour. All right, I'll just use the number 12 Black Velvet. I love these brushes so much. So much. Let me move this out of the way. All right, I said I'm going to use the cobalt, right? But a lighter version of it, not real too terribly dark. If I was going to go like dark for night, I maybe would look at mixing indigo in with it. Let's see how that looks. It has to be kind of dark though, so that the bokeh circles on top stand out. Jen Anderson's. All right. Okay, there's nothing behind this, so I don't care. I didn't say, I really don't want this going on behind, but we're not going to worry about it. I didn't rinse my brush real great, so that's fine. We're going to keep this really wet if we can. I'm going to try and stay away from anything that's wet at this point and let it air dry. See, that scarf had already dried right there. That's how quickly this paper dries. Rachel, do you do a lot of watercolor? I'm going to get a hard line right there too because I'm a goof. We'll disguise it as best we can. Stomach. I wasn't sure about this background, keep trying to keep in this paper wet for this long, but it's working okay. So I have to say, the paper surprises me over and over and over again. Bee paper would also do this. It's a less, well, it used to be a less expensive option, but last time I ordered bee paper, man, had the price on it gone up. I was more than a little surprised. But for a while you couldn't even get it, so the fact that you can get it now is pretty cool. And I do like it just for everyday painting, because I don't get out the arches very often for just everyday painting, right? And this paper down here is just barely damp now, so I'm going to hit it with the heat gun, dry it, and maybe go over it. I might try and do some pickup just for clouds. Don't know how well that's going to work, but we're going to give it a go anyway. Okay, when it's really wet, it picks up pretty okay. Not great, but alright, so let me do another coat of the burnt sienna. I'm going to use this bigger brush. Let me hit it with the heat gun first. I'm just begging for trouble if I don't. Okay, picking up those clouds may have been a mistake because I'm going to do the bokeh background. Yeah, we'll just try it and see. Hi, Linda. Now we're going to move quick, or as quick as we can. Quick for me, because I want this scarf darker. All right, now it's getting better. I like the darker color. We're going to hit it with a heat gun, and then I'll put another coat on the sky behind him. Okay. He doesn't look chocolate anymore. Just looks like a winter sun glow. Yeah, he's looking okay. Yeah. He's kind of what I envisioned. Well, Kitty Jen, you can always come back and do it later. That's the cool thing about hanging out and doing art. It'll wait for you. And this paper warps while it's wet, but then after it's dry and you put it away and pull it out again, this paper will be completely flat, no warpage. Another cool thing. So many cool things. Okay, where it's wet, I'm not going to be up against, so I can go ahead and move on, move on, move on. You know what? I'm not sure if this is going to work, but the Arteza Indigo is not as dark as the Mission Gold. I think I'm going to add some of that. All right, this is a big fat boy experiment, so just go with me here. Because I want that blue a little bit darker, because I want the white that I put on top of it to really stand out. So, we're going to mix the two paints and see if we can get a little bit darker. And I don't care if it's as translucent. He looks more than okay. Well, thank you, Dorothy. Want a little bit darker. All right, hopefully I haven't totally goofed up. If I did, oh well. It's just a painting in my very own book, and after you guys go home, nobody but me will probably ever see it. And whoever comes in to put all this crap in a dumpster when I'm gone. Because I'm pretty sure that's what'll happen. And I'm good with that. I don't want to get my hand in the paint. That's why I have to turn it upside down to do this. Oh, I hope I mixed enough paint. Yeah, this darker blue makes me a little bit happier. I think that's why the Nutcracker worked out so well, is that dark green that I was working on was awesome. And the way I painted it on where it was streaky, kind of looked like the boughs of a tree, you know, the texture in a tree, so worked out good. I'm not going to have enough paint. Shoot me in the head right now. What was it? The cobalt. And indigo. I think that's dark enough that the white is going to stand out on it. I think. Now I'm going to hit it with the heat gun again. Oh, I got a little bit on his head. That's okay. Just have to be careful when you're moving quick. You know what I mean? Okay. That's fairly smooth. I can deal with that. All right. Reminds you of a Christmas cookie because he's toasted on the edges. I'll actually rework with that again. I hope he's cheery looking, Dee Dee. We don't want no grumpy damn snowman. We will evict them. Okay, heat gun. I honestly think the rest of it I'm going to do with colored pencil and marker. All the detail, I think I'll like that better. If you're going to go back over something that you've used water on, make sure it's completely dry, because as soon as you start working on top of a wet page, you're going to tear the page. Yeah, disaster is waiting to happen if you do that. So just be mindful and make sure it's really, really dry. I'm going to put these watercolors away. I mean, I'm not going to put them all the way away, but get them out of my way so we can get some markers out. We'll try and do the plaid on the scarf first. We're going to try that with colored pencil. So let's see. On a dark scarf, maybe like a yellow ochre would look good on that. Let's see if we can find it. Or jasmine, something kind of old looking. There's yellow ochre. There it is. That's goldenrod. There it is. Maybe a little bit of orange. No. Well, let's start with the yellow ochre and see how it stands out on that brown. And then we'll decide what'll look good with it. I'm going to start with the yellow ochre. Okay. I'm going to ink this real quick so I keep my lines going the same way.
You want half of this?
No, hon, I've still got mine, but thank you. Robert's willing to share his iced coffee with me when I've already had a large. He likes big butts. Yeah, let's see if this will show up. I'm not sure that you guys are going to be able to see that. Can you see it? Kind of want it to show up better than that. Let me try the jasmine. It's a little bit lighter. Yeah, I think I'll like the jasmine better. Now, if I was being my real anal self right now, I would probably measure those. I might add a dark brown in here with this. Or save that for the shading.
I'll give you half this if you want.
Sweetie, I still have some left. No, you have yours.
Okay.
That's the way it works around here, unless if I wanted it, I would have already drank it before you even knew it was there.
Okay.
Sweet Robert. Look he comes in here being all nice, trying to convince you guys that he's some nice guy around here. Hi, Brenda. He is a nice guy. Thank you, honey. All right. So to do this plaid easy, yep, I like that, okay. And then I think the other color that I'm going to put with it, I don't know, green would kind of be nice because he's going to have green up in that berry garland. So I think I'm going to pick maybe an olive-ish green. Marine green, I think, is going to be dark enough and still look good. But look kind of vintagey old, right? Let's see how we like that. Yep, good choice. Doing plaid off the top of your head is not as easy as you think, you goofs. I think it looks okay, though. So I hope you guys all have great plans for Christmas. It's going to be really quiet around here, I think. And I'm cool with that. What I really wish is that we had little ones around. Oops. I almost goofed up there. Now let's get out a dark brown. And just to make it easy on our bad selves. Gonna add some little bit of shading. And I could have gone back in and done this with watercolor, but because the Prismacolors are wax, the wax would repel the watercolors. So if you want ever to do a resist with watercolor, you can use your Prismacolors, you know, the white or the blender pencil, as resist material. You can write words and watercolor over it. Okay. I'm cool with that. You're checking Amazon to find one like it? What, a snowman? What? Okay. Let's do some little bit. I'm going to use a lighter brown, a chocolate brown, to move my iced coffee so I don't spill it all over every dang thing on the table. Using chocolate brown. Depending on what kind of painting it is, I might have used like a red or something like that to indicate shading right. But because I wanted this to look kind of old and vintagey, I'll use the brown on it. I could have probably even used black or a dark gray. And I'll do the light parts very last. Need a really sharp pencil. I'll just use this sepia. And put some lines in the carrot. You may not be able to even see that. All right, I was thinking I was gonna do that garland with marker, but right now I'm thinking I might do it in colored pencil. Oh, the scarf, you're checking for a scarf like that? Well, get on it, Rachel. Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to use the dark gray and the darker brown. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the garland that I had drawn in the background. It's still just a hint there, but for the most part, it's gone. I really can't see what I drew up here, so I'll just draw new. What the hell? If you can't see it, it can't be that important, right? Okay. All right. What red is going to cover? I want a darker red. Maybe Crimson Lake. I've got a darker one than this though too. No, that's got too much pink. And this might be the one I have to use. Oh, no, here it is. Here it is. Now, if this red doesn't look good against the blue background, I'll just go in with acrylic paint later. I'm gonna definitely have to go back in and add the highlights with a white pen. Now I'm just randomly putting these dots anywhere because I lost my drawing and it's fine. eyes are glazing over. All right, I'm liking that okay. We might add more in a minute, and we're going to use, I think I'll use, we'll see how it works against the blue background. I'm not sure that it's going to work at all, but we'll try. Yeah, you guys can't really see it. I'll hold it up here in a minute. I'll hold this up in just a second, you guys. Where did I put my brown? I probably will go back, depending on how much time I have here, and add some little bit of white on the branch to indicate some snow that might have remained on the branch or accumulated after the snowman, after the stork brought the snowman. You would make a wreath of mistletoe? Well, why not? I don't even know if you'll see the white if I went back and did that anyway, so we'll just see. What I really wanted to show you, and I got to get busy on it, so I'll leave all this detail stuff for later. I want to show you the bokeh background with the white pan pastels. Now, where did I put the pan pastels? I'll probably come back in later and just clean him up and do some little bit more detail. But you guys got the idea. Gotta put your junk away. He's a cute little, thanks, Shelly. He's a pretty fun little guy. It's really simple watercolor, you guys. You could get out your paper and get it done like boom. I'm not sure which set of pan pastels this is. I don't have the entire set, and I can't tell you how many times I've talked myself out of ordering them. So I still don't have the whole set. I think I have the complexion set, or maybe this is the pastel set. And then the, if you order like the set of 10, I have that. Yeah, so I don't have the whole set, and I don't think you need the whole set, honestly, but... Alright, my little tool here, I did use it on the other day, but I thought, well, I'm going to try just a makeup sponge today. I do have replacements, I just didn't get one out. But I thought, oh, I'll just try a makeup sponge. Okay. If I just wanted to do the effect of snow, I could just get out some acrylic paint and a paintbrush or toothbrush or something and just splatter this. But it was the bokeh background that I thought was really fun. Problem is, snow is generally pretty small, but I'm going to do like I did on the Nutcracker. How I did a bunch of different size. I don't think I'm going to go that big, but I'm going to do big and small. And hopefully they're going to show up well on this background. We'll see. So this is literally how simple it was. But I think it would be better if I did do some big and little. Oh, this makeup sponge is going to work pretty well, I think. So this is really how I did it. I could see the size of the snow circles that I used. So I just went around and did a whole bunch, same size circle. And didn't add more pan pastel. So that each of the different size circles were, some were bright, some were not bright. Yeah, it's just jacking with your brain. So that's probably the biggest circle I'm going to use on any of this. But the thing that makes it way cool is when you go over. But yeah, like, look at how simple this is. Now, I will say, because I watched a bunch of different ones, you guys. The ones where you had to go back in and lift the watercolor out, that was a pain in the butt. Now, that may be the original technique and the correct technique. I don't know. So don't... I mean, I could totally be bastardized in this bad boy. Just saying, I could be. But if I am, oh well, because I like the way it looks. The circle template I've had for 1,000 years. I think you can get it in any drafting department on Amazon. I mean, there's absolutely nothing special about this circle template, for sure. And actually, to make it easier, I probably could be using, like, this one, too. If you want just small circles. I think somewhere around here, too, I have a giant circle one. But I used it so rarely, I think I put it in with my dress-up art supplies. And one thing about pan pastels, if you're going to use them, you have to, I'm going to have to end up spraying this with a fixative when I'm done. Because they will move, they will smear off. Yeah. So, but make sure that you make some of them overlapping and touching, because that's what makes it look really cool. And some are dark and some are light. That's why I don't add more product all the time. And there's really no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, you guys. It's just moving it, adding some product. Moving it, adding some product. And another thing you guys have seen Dee Dee do, there's that little white thing right there that I don't like. Take a white eraser, and you can erase what you don't like. But don't rub this until you've gotten some fixative on it. The easiest way to do this is with Photoshop. CB, do you have to go to the corner with Rachel? Just give you assigned seating? But you're probably right. But then you wouldn't have it in your totally cool journal over here, like I do. You know what, you guys? I'm kind of wanting some bigger circles, so I'm just going to do a couple of, well, maybe a lot. I don't know. I'm going to do some bigger circles. Because that little small ones are going to take me forever. Oops, I just touched it in the brown. What the hell? Dirty snow. I'm going to do that one again with cleaner material. Look at, ugh. That's what I get for not paying attention. And some of them need to be going off the page. Big circles equal snowballs, you're right. I just like the bigger ones. I like the variety of size and the different shadings, so yeah. It's my snowman. I do what I want. It's hard to go off the edge when you're at the center of the book, but I'm going to try my best. And if you don't have the pan pastels, you guys, I think you could safely use eyeshadow. I mean, I think you could use a lot of different products. Chalk, if you have like even the children's chalk that you use on the sidewalk, I think you could safely even use that. You know, color it off on something and get the powder and apply it with a makeup sponge. I think you could use that too. You should just hand out our tickets as we come in the door. Well, I could do that. Rachel, just know when you come in, just get your rotten butt over in the corner and behave yourself. Yeah, I'm glad I chose to use the bigger circles. They don't even bother me. But I think the important thing is make sure that they overlap. So this is really what it is. I mean, it's just, you can get this really cool effect. And any color would work well too. Like if I do have a little bit of an ivory, but I thought I'd rather have the white against that blue background. But you could use ivory or yellow or anything. And I suppose dark circles on a lighter background would be very cool too. The thing is, and this is what I thought about even with the Nutcracker guy, was I don't want it to be a distraction from the original art, right? And I really don't think it is. I think it just enhances. So the thing is, you just can't get carried away. Just don't get carried away. Which CB knows. Or maybe that's only with Magical CB that I get all freaking carried away. Thanks, Artie Dar. It's a fun little project for an afternoon. And it's been so tiring, I'm probably going to have to send Robert to get me tacos or something. Now you just have to decide where to stop. When have you done enough? I don't know. But I think it's the light, dark, variety of colors, stuff like that, that really makes it look interesting and gives it more depth. Now, one thing I wish I'd done, with Magicals for sure, the rest not too much. Magicals, I go crazy. And I got thinking the other day, well, when I was looking for all the different products that I was going to put in my build, I had to get in all my cupboards. And some of the cupboards I hadn't maybe been in too terribly much. And another product that I hardly ever use, you guys, and I love them, and I get mad at myself because I don't use them as much as I should, is my sprays. Like, I have tons and tons of sprays. But how often have you guys seen me use them? Almost not at all, right? And I don't know why that is. Because I do love them. Maybe I just, with watercolors, you don't use sprays. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. So the Scavenger Hunt will be good for me because I'll use products that, yeah, y'all don't normally see me use. Oh, Jen, that would be a good idea. Put a great big, do the corners so that it looks like a snow globe. Allison, I don't know what the heck that is. There was somebody, and that's what's really, okay, somebody else handled it. Somebody was at Dee Dee's this morning doing that same thing. I don't know what it is. It's not, is it just Weird Bots, CB? Because, there was somebody at Dee Dee's doing that this morning. It's just like, get the hell out of here. Like, we're a group of old women who just want to talk about crafts. We don't want to deal with that crap. Know what I mean? Well, I'll speak for myself when I say old women, okay? How about that? Sorry, I was off camera. Okay, I need some light ones and different size ones in here, so. All right. Well, now you guys see it. I might have to go back and add more. I don't know. Let me go ahead. I'm going to get out the Posca pen real quick. No crap, just crafts. There you go. Let me get out a Posca pen. I was thinking I'd like my Posca pens in the build, but I think they take up too much room, so I'll just leave them in my little carrier here. What the heck is that? Oh, okay. Shadow. Let me get out a white Posca. Where is it? There's the white. I please have a good... Artie Dar, you help yourself. You just do whatever makes you happy. Okay, never go direct to your paper with your paint pen. Test it on something first. And if you ask me how I know that, yeah. All right, it's writing pretty good. Well, I need the really tiny tip. Yeah, I'm not going to do too much more because I need to get that background sprayed. If I rub it, oops, I almost knocked over my water. But if I rub it at this point, I'm really going to jack with those circles, so I don't want to do that. All right, and the, all right, since I can, I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to do some shading, oops. With the pan pastels on the scarf, just because I want to. I don't know why I don't use these more. I really like them when I use them. Dee Dee's idea of using the big ones as a palette is really a good idea too. Trying to keep my hands off the circles over here. Easier said than done. And the nice thing is, if for whatever reason I wanted to remove it, is these pan pastels are really easily removed with an eraser. So that's very cool too. Looks like he could walk off the page. I'm pretty happy with him. I will take a photograph. after I get off stream, which I'm about ready to end anyway, you guys, after I get off stream, I'll smooth out some of this brown around his edges. And I don't know if I'll do that with, I'll probably do it with some colored pencils, actually. Because at this point, I don't want to go back and get it wet again. So I'll probably just use colored pencils for that. Sign it. Take a photograph of it. I might add some more circles too, because over here you can see where I put my hand down. I lightened them. So the pan pastels, if you do those at the very end, or any chalk for that matter, it has to be the last freaking thing you do, or you're going to obliterate it. Thank you, Kathy. That's something you would do, right, Kathy? So I'll soften like this around his eyes where it just doesn't look exactly right. So I'll make a few little corrections, but overall, I'm pretty happy with him. I think he came out okay. And I will probably ink and darken some of the edges with a brown pen. Yeah, so there you go. You're painting a snowman tomorrow too, Kathy. I will probably be painting along with you, providing I get all my chores done. And I will add some more dark up in those leaves, but I'll probably do it with the brown pen. I don't know how many of you guys have seen. Let's see. Oops. Starting to tear this place up. What'd I do with them? My sepia pens are gone? What the heck? What the? I don't see them here. What would I do with them? Anyway, I will get out my, they're not sepia, they're, what's the, color in tinted photographs? Is it sepia? Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know, where the heck did they go? I'm sure that's black. Huh. All right, now I have a chore to do. I've got to go around finding my sepia pens. I was going to show you guys, so if you wanted... Oh, here's one of them. Nope, it's not. Never mind, I'm a big fat liar. I don't know what I did with them. That's what I get. Checking your new pen storage shelf. Nope, I didn't move them there because... I'll tell you how I tried to do this. Anything that's permanent is on the right side. Anything that's water soluble is on the left side. So that when I reach around, I don't have to stop and think, okay, this is permanent material, this is water soluble. You know, like I tried to make it easy for myself down the road. I mean, I'll probably still stop and think like that, but I'm going to try not to. Do it, Kitty Jen. Do you, Kitty Jen, do you have a Instagram? Okay, Joan, go have a great afternoon. Kitty Jen, do you have an IG or something that you can share your work with us? Because I'd love to see if anybody paints along or anything like that. I do nothing if I have to stop and think. Rachel, I'm there with you, girl. That's what Dee Dee says to me all the time. Girl, you're preaching to the choir. Girl. It's like, I know, but you're my choir, girl. I'm not even sure why she calls me. Okay, Kitty Jen, put your IG in so the rest of us can follow you. And you can get ours from our follow notifications. But there's my little guy for the day. God, tacos sounds good for dinner, doesn't it? Jeez. What means this word think? There you go, Barbara. I'm waiting for Kitty Jen to give us her IG so she can share her stuff with us. Become a fib. Those brown pens are going to annoy me now, you guys. You have no idea how something like that will make me a little bit cuckoo. And I'm sure they're in a really safe place. Because that's what I do. I find a safe place and then hoard all my crap. You're welcome, Brenda. I really appreciate you. What the hell is this stuff? Get the hell out of here. I'm going to hide your dumbass. You're not coming back. Now they do. Jack in the Box. Oh, God, I love Jack in the Box tacos. Oh, they're my absolute favorite. If Jennifer Watts. Jennifer Watts. Okay. I'm going to go there and make sure I follow you right now. If you do the paintings, I want to see them. You got to post your stuff. And don't go around going, oh, mine's not good enough. I don't even want to hear that crap because that just makes me mad. And yeah, just don't even do it because it's stupid. We're all different places in our journey. It's Jennifer Watts, and it has an icon of me in a blue dress. Okay, there's Jennifer Watts 27, and then Jennifer Watts in a jean jacket. Thanks, Jen. That's just it, CB. I don't understand them. All right, you guys. And there's pictures of my cat and son's cat on there. Okay, so. This one has 0 posts, so I don't think that's you. I don't think that's you either. Jennifer Watts, 01. Oh my God, there's a lot of J Watts, Jen Watts, Jennifer Watts. Looking. Alright, I won't make you guys sit and look. Alright, you guys, I'm out of here. Love you. Linda, give Tim a hug for me. Y'all go and have a great afternoon. Right? Alright, love you. Be kind. See you later. Bye. Okay, Crafting House, Kitty Jen. We'll go look it up. Alright, you guys, I'm out of here. See you. Love you. Bye.